Search and rescue teams have recovered 5 bodies in the south of Durban. 3 bodies, including those of 2 children, were found at Cuttings Beach, while the other 2 were recovered at Anstey's and Brighton Beach. It's unclear at this stage whether these are the bodies of the 6 people who were washed away from Lamontville last night. KwaZulu-Natal Cooperative Governance MEC Reverend Tulasizwe Buthelezi has urged people living in low-lying areas to seek shelter on higher ground. He says the South African Weather Service has issued a level 2 warning for further rain throughout the day. This after heavy rains last night caused key roads and residential areas in the south of Durban and on the province's south coast to flood. Well, we have a number of our reporters fanned out in KwaZulu-Natal, as you can see them there. KwaZulu-Natal Cooperative Governance MEC Reverend Tulasizwe Buthelezi, as I just mentioned, is urging people living in low-lying areas to seek shelter on higher ground. And of course, he indicates that the Weather Service has indicated that there will be a level warning for further rain throughout the day. Well, for more on this story, let's take it now to my colleague Nonhlakanipho Magwaza, who's standing by. Thanks very much for joining us, Nonhlakanipho. Tell us what you're seeing where you are.
Good afternoon, Nompo, and to the viewers at home. Yes, as you've said, that the rain from last night caused a devastating damage, not only to households, but as well as businesses around the area. As you can see behind me, this whole place was flooded. It was full of water. Cars couldn't even go in. As it is right now, mop-up operations are ongoing inside the mall. People are not allowed to go inside. Cars have been turned away from the gate, saying security saying that no cars are allowed inside the mall. We did get the opportunity to go in earlier on, and before our center management said that we must move away from the premises, we did see a lot of businesses, a lot of employees mopping up water from inside their stores. It was full of water when I was inside the mall earlier on. However, we do have one of our customers who tried to go in. She said she did go in. Sawubona sisi, ngiya-understand ukuthi uke wangena. Mhlambe yini oyibonile phakathi, ungenile wayithola into oyifunayo?
Hayi, ngingenile impela ngaphakathi, kodwa inkinga yokungena ngaphakathi nje angingeniki ngoba zonke izitolo zigcwele amanzi. Ngibone nami abasebenzi ukuthi hayi bagcwele bayamopha edila lapha sesaxoshwa because ayikho enye access yokungena lapha ngaphakathi. Mhlawumbe langalutho.
Mhlawumbe ubuzowenza igrosa noma khona mhlawumbe into specific kade uzoyenza phakathi emall?
Yebo, bikhona into specific bengithi uzohola nje 350 wami namhlanje since uphumile ngithi ngiyangena ngaphakathi awukhishwa ibank alisebenzi so nje angikwazanga ukukhipha imali namhlanje kube kubi ngempela.
Mhlawumbe uzizwa kanjani ukuthi izinto kade usufuna ukuzenza ngoba imall ngiyacabanga ukuthi yona eseduze nawo awukwazanga ukuzenza namhlanje?
Mangizwa ngibhlungu ngempela ngoba hayi bengithembe nje ukuthi namhlanje ngizoyenza igrocery ingane iphatha kahle lunch, manje konke lokho sekubhuntshila ngazi sengizoyapi ke manje sekuphoqelekile ukuthi ingane yami iphathe nje noma isikho esikhona lapha endlini kubi ngempela. Okay, okay.
That was one of the customers who came in to the mall earlier on. She said that she did get a chance to go in, but she was not allowed access inside the mall. She said she wanted to go and take out her 350, but she was unable to. There are some areas around the province, around eThekwini, that have suffered a devastation because of the rain. However, let's go and look at what my colleague Mlondi in the South Coast has to say and what he found out there in the South Coast. Mlondi, over to you.
Thank you very much, Nonhlakanipho. We are still here in Port Shepstone at the Marine Drive. I'll just step out of the shot so that the viewers at home can also see that these businesses last night, they were flooded by the floods in this area as the heavy downpours caused the localized flooding in this area. We could see that the shop owners, they are busy trying to clean their shops, but today customers are turned away because of this. The shops, they can't open. We did speak to the shop owners earlier on who mentioned that he's lost millions of rent because of this flooding that happened last night, because he's selling the motor parts or car parts in his shop, and now he cannot open because most of the stuff was basically flooded with water. Also, on the other side of this part, we did speak to the shop owner there, who told us that his business was also flooded, and everything in that business that sells the exhaust pipes is also flooded, and they can't operate today because of that. And it's going to take at least 2 to 3 days for them to clean the store. But when we speak to them, they are complaining that this thing has been happening for more than 25 years. The other one was telling us that he's been staying in this area for about 25 years, saying that for 5 times in these 25 years, which means in 5 years, once this incident happened, and they are getting flooded, and the municipality is not doing anything to try and assist them because they are at the mouth of a river. But I will send to Jade Lipolse in Durban to try and find out from her side what is happening in Durban. Jade?
Well, thank you, Mlondi. And where I'm coming to you right now is Tongaat Outspan Fairgrounds. And when we look at the devastation that these floods have caused, it's not only the loss of life, but also infrastructure like Mlondi and Nipo have spoken about, as well as, the devastation in terms of the infrastructure of our roads. And where I am now, this particular fair also gives a lot to the community. And the community I speak of is children's homes. Child welfare was supposed to have a fair this weekend, and now with the devastation around us, it remains to be seen whether that will happen, if not at all. With me right now, I am joined by Harold Mestry. Harold, just looking at the surroundings here, it's completely devastating, and this fair was supposed to go into the betterment of so many children that need assistance.
Yes, our charity fair is our lifeblood. Financial lifeblood, fundraising lifeblood. We only get in the region of 50% by way of state subsidy, whereas having to subsidize the rest, and it's the fundraising initiatives that, like this, that we rely on. The devastation that you've seen here, is we're really the loss of words, It's because we're at the advanced stage of our setup. We're largely a volunteer-driven organization, so much of the work that was done here were done by volunteers. And we left this ground around 1 o'clock this morning and finished up and ready to come the next day, and we get this call at 3 o'clock. The water level was up to like about 1.4, 1.6 meters right around. And all the work that we put in, the effort, the financial costs have all been lost. Not having this fair and taking it where we are, we're around, the loss is around 1.4 million that we've. So an organization, we're from now, we've got to take it, step by step. The impact is, we feed something like 2,350 children every day with a breakfast meal. Yeah. We provide food hampers to almost 200 to 300 people a week, and they rely on this. Yeah. But however, we've committed to provide these services. We have a children's home that we have. We provide social welfare services to the most vulnerable, our child protection services. It's had a major impact on us. Financially, we don't know how we're going to survive. But we'll not compromise on the services that we've got to provide. We rely on the goodwill of the community, who has always come to our support. And once again, we call on them in our hour of dire need.
And before I let you go, I saw some of the workers that are standing outside also in disbelief that this has happened. Many who are also getting piece jobs by working at the fair.
Absolutely, absolutely. One could estimate there's at least about 75 to 100 people that we work, they work either in the infrastructure that we engage as well, from the community. Yes, so, they also rely on this. And furthermore, this is an event, because our prices are kept very low, we can bring high-end entertainment. And this is for a community who do not have the means to go for, to big studios or to large events, and this is something close by, reliant public transport. It's a highlight of the community, and people look forward to that. We have school children that come here, and this is amazing. They don't have this opportunity to watch entertainment, and we have the senior citizens as well. So, all of them are disappointed. And we are equally that we are unable to bring that joy that we bring to them.
Thank you for speaking to us, Harold Maestri there. From the Outspan, grounds here in Tonga, just talking to us about this particular fair that was supposed to happen over the weekend. I'm just going to stop out of shot and ask Spoo just to show you the complete damage that has happened to some of these rides here. And like Harold was saying, that this has a ripple effect, Nompu. This has a ripple effect on so many children who are dependent on the funding and the proceeds that go into this fair that's going to go to Lifeline. And now, unfortunately, the money that will be or would have been made here at this fair will not reach those beneficiaries who are in dire need of the money. A ripple effect if you look at these floods, the loss of life, the loss of infrastructure, buildings, organizations as well. But we do know that disaster management is on the team, the Red Cross is also on the team, and several other organizations who are banding together to try and assist those who are affected by the flash floods. Nompu, it's back to you in studio.